Good afternoon from Downing Street. A short time ago, it was announced that Rishi Sunak is set to become Britain's next Prime Minister. The deadline to meet the threshold needed to stay in the Tory leadership race has just passed. The former Chancellor, Rishi Sunak, had already won the backing of more than half of Tory MPs. After Boris Johnson pulled out last night, his only remaining challenger, Penny Mourdant, was trailing far behind. Sir Graham Brady, chair of the Backbench 1922 committee, made this announcement a few moments ago.
As returning officer in the leadership election, I can confirm that we have received one valid nomination. And Rishi Sunak is therefore elected as leader of the Conservative Party.
So, Rishi Sunak is now poised to become Britain's fifth Prime Minister in 6 years, its first Hindu leader, and at 42, the youngest Prime Minister in more than 200 years. A very full and very messy in-tray awaits him. The former Chancellor has already played this game of musical chairs, and mere weeks ago, he lost it to Liz Truss, who of course resigned on Thursday. He had warned that her tax cuts would cause chaos, and indeed they did. Now he'll be hoping to restore some stability to his party and to the markets. His rival Penny Mourdant tried but failed to garner enough support and dropped out of the race. Well, our policy correspondent Paul McNamara joins me now. Paul, what a journey for him, from number 11 to number 10, 3 months, 25 yards.
A lot has happened in that 3 months. So, I mean, the very first thing that happens now is that there was a massive sigh of relief that's blown out by all Tory MPs. Second of all, then, there is the actual thing of the process of becoming Prime Minister. So King Charles is travelling from Sandringham to London this evening.
So it could happen tonight, then?
It could happen, but we understand it's more likely to happen tomorrow. As it stands, we think he'll actually become Prime Minister tomorrow. Then, of course, he's actually got to form himself a cabinet, form himself a government. And I think we're all looking at this after the tumultuous events of the last few months. We're all expecting that this cabinet will be a lot broader church than we're expecting. Everyone spoke of during this race of the need for unity within the party.
They've said that before, Paul. We've heard the U word so many times this summer. It's never actually, become reality. Why should it become that?
I think the last
time?
few weeks have focused everyone's minds. Even this morning, we had the ERG coming out. This is the European Research Group, the right wing of the party, saying we can't decide on which candidate, but whoever it is, we will get behind. The One Nation group of Tories said exactly the same. So the mood music going into this is a lot less fractious. You get the sense that there are just so many exhausted MPs now worried about the very state of the party going into a general election. It's the man they will actually get behind.
And very briefly, does Penny Mourdant get a big job? Does Jeremy Hunt stay as Chancellor?
The expectation is yes to both of those.
Okay.